Yo guys, what's good? And in today's video we'll be covering Where Winds Meet. So there's no doubt that the game has some monumental success, with it having huge player numbers praising it and players just flat out loving playing the game. But there's one question that people have regarding this game, and that is what the future holds for it. Now, this game managed to retain players, but after they finish everything, devs need to release new content, and one sure way to find out what type of new content they will release is from the Chinese server. So let's dive to the timeline that they're following all the way in China, and we can have a very good idea to what to expect from them in the coming patches. So the game, believe it or not, launched in China all the way back in 27 December 2014. So this game has been out a year already. More or less they had the same stuff as we did, but their first big patch was about 3 weeks from their release, and that was the region Kaifeng fully unlocked. So in the top left part of the map you cannot access that part of Kaifeng yet. So the game has been out for a little bit here, and I would expect this region to get unlocked fairly soon. And here's what we can expect there: some more base content, a little more quest, bosses, just more of the same, and yeah, pretty exciting stuff overall. Following that, they had patch 1.3 and at 19th January, so this was very close to the Kaifeng update. It was a festival update with a couple of games and cosmetics tied to the original holiday. And patch 1.14 is more of the same. They had a festival themed update, more minigames, more outfits, had some new effects at the shop and hairstyle. So far we saw that 3 weeks into the game servers being online, they unlocked the region of Kaifeng fully. Following that, they had some seasonal updates around Christmas New Year's time. So as far as that end, we're gonna hold them somewhat to that timeline. I would expect the region of Kaifeng to be out very soon and to have some seasonal updates as well around Christmas time. And they had another couple small patches with shop updates and more stuff to buy. But the first big patch after that happened in 28th of March. So that's around 4 months after the release. And this brought with it a major region expansion. And I'm talking big. This was a desert themed region. They released an umbrella martial arts called Drunken Dream of Spring. Looks pretty cool. They released rope dart martial arts, and now we got a couple of new bosses as well. And might I say, these guys look awesome. God damn, devs cooked with this one. Again, a couple more cosmetic stuff, pretty cool stuff overall. And then again, they released a couple of patches with even more stuff to buy in the shop. But then it followed with patch 1.9, which was around May or June. So it's about half a year at this, and they received another major map expansion. So let's take a look at that. Seems like this guy's snow themed. Pretty cool to see. Have another boss here for the region. God damn, this game has some very cool bosses. We got a desert mount as well. Then following this update we had another patch, and this had a new boss as well for the region. Then again, after another month, a new boss released again called the Pocket Trickster. Seems he has some very interesting mechanics. 25th July they got a Katana as a new weapon called whatever that is. Yeah, this guy seems cool. I'm definitely gonna pick this guy up when it releases. Oh yeah, it seems like it has some decent mobility, a couple of dashes. Got a new sect region with this patch as well. Very cool ultimates here. It seems like it has a spiral effect. Even more outfits, weapon outfit. Wow, that's something. And there's just a lot of good stuff here in patch 1.9. So this is the big patch that we're gonna all expect to have some very huge content. And the patches just keep going on and on with even more content, but let's move on to 2.0. So this patch came out in late September, and it brought a new whole region called Nameless Mountain. Very cool aesthetics here, as you can see. With it, of course, there's new bosses as well. A lot of new bosses, in fact. New sect. Couple of weeks later, we got a new arena as well. looks like it's underwater. Again, even more bosses. They're pumping out bosses like it's nothing, god damn. But 9 Mortal Ways base, okay, that seems interesting. And with patch 2.2 nearing the end here, it seems like a new map expansion to the region if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on this one though. But we do have a new weapon, which is Fist. It's like a gauntlet style weapon. Got some new martial arts here with the rope dart. And for their latest patch, God, they were very far off from this if they follow this timeline, but it seems the coolest. We can get some maneuverable structures, so air structures, as we can see here, we physically can build them. Boat structures as well. So goddamn, that's not even Werwin's meat anymore. They went hard with this patch. So that was a lot of information for only 1 year worth of content, and as you can see, there's some steady content that trickles out. But they even evolved the game, not just added more of the same. The key takeaways to this is the timeline that they used. So let's quickly recap the major patches that they had. So launch day was end of 2024, which was pretty much the same game that we have right now. Throughout the year they trickled out new stuff in the shop. It's not just outfits and stuff, there's some very cool mounts and animations, if you're gonna swap your gender, hairstyles and all that good stuff. And they trickled out some events as well, some festival events. But as for the major patches, a couple of weeks later, Kaifeng was fully unlocked. As for their first major patch, it was in 28th of March, which was patch 1.7, that brought the new region expansion, which was the desert region. They continue to expand on it, similarly how Kaifeng was partially locked, and they continue to expand on that. They did the same with the desert region. They trickled out the content little by little. With the desert region, there were new bosses, new quests, all that good stuff. And then we had a huge patch in 1.9, which was in May to June, which was not that far away from patch 1.7, surprisingly. Again, it brought a new map, new region, all that good stuff with their bosses and stuff. In patch 2.0, a new region was added in September, that is, called Nameless Mountain. And then their latest patch, which is now in around November, they had a new base for the 9 Mortal Ways, and they added these new gameplay systems, which look freaking awesome. God damn. Now I wonder if this is a locked part of the region and we can just fly around at that area. Or this is a single player thing or a multiplayer thing? A lot of questions. But yeah, going off this timeline, every 3 months or so, they released a big patch with some very chunky content. Which I'm surprised they can keep up with this type of pace. God damn, so this seems like a lot of content being added in a very short while. So pretty much this game is a very solid contender. It seems like it's here to stay based off what I'm seeing here. I thought that the initial launch was extremely good and well received. Even I enjoyed playing it, and everyone except IGN enjoyed the game. But seeing all these new features, content, regions being added at this type of pace, extremely amazed. And again, I'm still surprised that this is a free-to-play game and they're pumping out this type of content. But yeah guys, the future's looking bright for this game, very bright. It's good to see a good game releasing nowadays, cause a lot of games are just quick cash grabs and they don't innovate on anything. And Werwin's Meat just hits the spot, for me at least, for a new game that I love to play. So yeah guys, be on the lookout for them to unlock the Kaifeng pretty much anytime now. Hope you enjoyed this video. If this was useful to you, please like and sub, it's very much appreciated, and peace.